Welcome to another thought-provoking exploration, where today we delve deep into a concept that often lurks in the corners of our minds, the shadow self. No, this isn't some whimsical Peter Pan scenario where shadows can be stitched back into place. Yet, in a way, that's exactly what needs to happen. To become whole, we must acknowledge, accept, and even embrace the darker facets of our being. These aren't the things that make us bad, but rather the truths we've been conditioned to suppress, fearing their exposure to the light. Society often teaches us to bury certain emotions, desires, or thoughts that it deems unspeakable. But burying them doesn't make them disappear. It merely cloaks them in shame, creating an inner storm. The influential psychologist Carl Jung once said that the extent to which we condemn others reflects our unconscious refusal to face the same qualities within ourselves. It's an uncomfortable truth. The more intensely we react to something in others, the more likely it's tied to something we're repressing. Here's the thing, your shadow self isn't that nagging inner critic you argue with. Unlike the critic, the shadow operates in obscurity. It's elusive, influencing behaviors from the sidelines, often without your awareness. To confront it, you must step into moments of your past that still make you cringe. Those phases where you hated yourself, where shame and embarrassment fester, often hold the keys to unlocking the hidden aspects of who you are. Creativity provides a powerful gateway to this reckoning. When you channel the shadow self into art, writing, or any form of expression, you're not only unearthing truths, but also tapping into an immense reservoir of creative potential. The act of confronting anger, envy, fear, and vulnerability, emotions typically buried by societal judgment, can ignite something raw and honest. This exploration gives birth to innovation because creativity thrives outside the constraints of convention, drawing from the uncharted depths of the psyche. Consider how these dynamics play out in storytelling and art. Take Mulholland Drive, a masterpiece by filmmaker David Lynch. The film unravels the story of Betty Elms, an ambitious actress who stumbles upon a woman with amnesia, Rita, after a car crash. Together, they try to piece together Rita's identity, only for the lines between dream and reality to blur. What begins as a pursuit for answers descends into a labyrinth of fractured identities, unspoken desires, and haunting truths. Lynch doesn't just tell stories, he excavates the shadow self. As the narrative progresses, we discover that Betty is an idealized persona created by Diane Selwyn, a version of herself she wishes to be. Diane, on the other hand, represents the buried shadow, a woman consumed by envy, heartbreak, and shattered ambitions. Diane's refusal to face her inner turmoil leads to tragic consequences. Her dreamlike projections and real-world pain collide, leaving viewers to navigate a surreal but deeply human exploration of denial and self-destruction. This theme extends into other Lynch works like Twin Peaks and Blue Velvet, where the facades people present to the world crumble under the weight of their hidden truths. Similarly, in visual art, Frida Kahlo's paintings offer a raw glimpse into her shadow self. Through vivid imagery, she exposed her battles with identity, pain, and relationships, turning personal anguish into universal resonance. The strength of your shadow self varies, shaped by life experiences, temperament, and culture. For some, it's a tempest that demands acknowledgement. For others, it's a subtler presence, easier to integrate. But make no mistake, it's neither inherently good nor bad. It's simply a part of you, a neutral force that becomes destructive only when ignored or suppressed. Dare to explore your shadow. Write the unsettling story. Paint the raw emotion. Compose the dissonant melody. Speak the unspeakable. In doing so, you give voice to the silenced corners of your soul, connecting not only with yourself, but with others who see reflections of their own struggles in your work. And for those who judge, remember Jung's wisdom. Their condemnation is often a mirror of their inner battles. The shadow self isn't something to fear, but a part of your psyche that, when embraced, can transform your understanding of yourself and the world. So, dive into the depths, let the darkness guide your art, and discover the light hidden within. Until we meet again, keep exploring what lies beneath the surface and uncovering the truths that make us whole.